What's up, vapors? You know what today is? It's Fresh Build Friday. Alright, today we are going to be building a parallel coil on a Trident RDA clone, and we will be using 28 gauge cantho wire. We're looking to do about 6 wraps. Let's take a look at our tools and get started. Alright guys, here we have our ohm meter as always with our Trident RDA clone on top. Insulated tweezers, screwdriver, 14 gauge needle. I know I've been saying 20 gauge, but that's my mistake. Wire cutters and our cantho. This is 28 gauge. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is take about a foot of this wire and cut it. Okay. Now we are going to fold it in half with the two ends coming together here. We're going to cut it right at the bend. Okay. Next thing you're going to do is line up the two pieces of wire as evenly as possible. You're going to take your needle, align the two pieces of wire parallel with your needle. Use your thumb to grip the pieces of wire and everything together. We're going to start with one wrap just for leverage. Now you're going to want to take your time with these just to keep the wires nice and even. Make sure the wires don't overlap each other. So yeah, just go real slow. Try to get your coils as tight as possible. Don't worry too much about what your coils look like, because we will eventually neaten them up once they're on the deck. Okay, so that's basically what you're looking at right here. 6 wraps. Now you want to undo your first wrap that we used for leverage and try to straighten it up as much as possible. And as always, you want the lead with the wires going over the top to face your positive terminal. Now with 2 sets of wires in each post, it can be a little bit difficult to fit in there, but take your time. Sometimes it might be helpful if you just take off these screws here all together on the Trident and just slide your wires right through. But we're going to try it today. We're going to try to get them through without doing that. So first the negative. So as you can see here, I have all the wires going through my posts, and what I'm going to do now is just pull on the other end of the wire and neaten up my coil. Right about there. And when you get it where you want it to be, you can just take your screwdriver and lock it in. Make sure it's good and tight to get the best connection. Now we're going to take our needle out, scrunch up the coils a little bit, okay, now we're going to take our reading, 0.49, not bad. Now what you're going to do is trim off the excess wire. Just be careful because sometimes it does go flying. Alright, let's get it on the mod we're going to be using today and see how it fires up. Today I'll be using a Nemesis clone, and I just got this battery off the charger, so it should be good and fresh. Let's see how it fires up. Now you want to pulse it at first just to get the coils hot. See if you have any hot spots on your coil, which we're looking pretty good now. There we go. Now it's glowing nice from the inside out. No hot spots, no shorts, looking good. So as you can see here, I just pre-made my little wick just to save a little time. Now let's try to get it through here. Once I get it through a little bit, just thread it on through. I like to get my wicks just so they have a little bit of resistance, not too much, and keep it nice and fluffy. Okay, tuck all this cotton under the coil and juice it up. Alright, now that we got her all juiced up, we're going to do a little test fire, and then we're going to see how she vapes. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Hitting real good now. This being a 0.5 ohm coil, it really hits hard, and the flavor that it produces is just amazing. Right now I've got a little bit of the Omega Santeria, and it's a real dense vanilla deep flavor profile, and it just, everything comes out so nicely. But yeah, the vapor that comes out of this is pretty warm, so if you like something a little warmer, this coil's for you. As far as the difficulty level, it's not too hard to build. You just got to make sure you keep those coils perfectly aligned. Don't overlap your wires. Make sure you don't have any shorts before you really try and fire this. Wicking wise, it's not very difficult either. Just about the same as any other coil. Most people nowadays, they're doing dual parallels, which may or may not be in the next Fresh Build Friday. Just keep practicing building your coils, and eventually you'll get them. Just always make sure you're vaping safe, guys. But yeah, keep an eye out for my future videos. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, vape on!